Hi guys, and welcome back to day 2 of 25 days of videos. Today we are going to be doing a tutorial on this green sparkly holiday look with a glossy lip. So if you would like to see how we get from A to Z, well then just keep on watching. Alrighty, so to start off, we're gonna go with our line tape as well as with our eye primer. Here I'm using the Nars smudgeproof, and we're gonna just jump right on into the eyeshadow. Now we're gonna be using the Beauty Bay Earthy 42 color palette, and oh, look at all those shades of green, so beautiful. So since we're going with something green today, I do want to start off with just a olivey green. So we're going to go into this color and just start to pack it on into the outer corner of the eye. So this is what's going to take some time. It can look a little messy, a little weird at first, so just taking my time to really blend it out, since I want this to be the base color on that outer corner. So literally just continuing to take a brush and blend that out until it looks like what I want it to look like. Now, as we prep to go on to the next step, we're gonna go into the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights shadow palette, and these toppers are insane. If you've tried them, you know, and if you haven't, I would highly recommend getting your hands on it. Since I want a monochromatic green look, I'm going to just place that right on over the eye, and that is going to give the most beautiful sparkly lid. You can always go in with anything else to just add something extra, but for me, I think this is perfect for what I'm looking for. And it's so funny now that I'm actually looking at it now, it literally looks like a Grinch look. So, you know, we can call it a Grinch inspired green eye. So I do just want to bring in some brown so that way it's not just entirely all green. So I want to use this brown color that is similar to my skin color just to transition it and blend that green into the upper lid. So just checking, assessing the situation to see how it looks. Now I want to go with another shimmer, and here we're going to go with that lighter green silver and just plop that right into the middle. I think this looks so stunning, and also just add some dimension to the eye so that way when you're looking straight forward or you're looking down, then you can easily just have that area that is brighter than the rest of the eye. So going right on in with my blending brush to make sure that everything is nice and seamless. Now hopping on into eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Haus Labs eye pigment. Oh my goodness, this is so good. I bought it based off a recommendation here from Juicy Jazz, and this is the most intense eyeliner I have, and I love that. It is a matte black liner that works so well over shimmers, so you don't have to worry about it getting mixed in with the glitter or anything like that. It just looks so beautiful and matte, which I really do enjoy, and I'm so happy that I picked this up. I will definitely be getting a ton of use out of this as I continue to create looks. So just making sure that that liner is nice and perfected before we move on. So once again, I'm just gonna pick up a clean blending brush to just make sure that everything is nice and blended. We wanna make sure that nothing looks patchy, that nothing looks insane before we hop on into the rest of the makeup. So we're gonna take off the tapes and moving right on into primer. Once again, using my Makeup Revolution Pore Blur Primer. I love this stuff. It is literally a filter if you have large pores, so I would highly recommend getting your hands on it. It's super affordable. You can find it in Target, you can find it in Ulta. I love this stuff. It is so good. I've been really enjoying pore filling primers lately because I do feel like it makes such a difference when it comes to my makeup specifically. Now we're gonna hop on in to the base, and I want to start off with just adding a glowy base. So we're gonna go in to the E.L.F Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This was highly rated about, and with good reason, but I do just want to mix it in with my Sheglam Breathable Matte Foundation. So I'm just gonna put some of that and then mix those as well. I love my Sheglam foundation, so I thought, why not mix this glowy base with a matte foundation and see what that turns out like. And and I love this combination. I think it's perfect for balancing out something that is glowy and matte, so it gives you that beautiful kind of just like satin finish. Honestly, you kind of end up creating your own finish, which is always so fun when you're playing around with makeup. So I'm just blending that out with my kabuki style brush, and then of course, as always, I love to end by going in with a sponge to make sure that everything is nice, seamless, and blended. Now before we hop on into the next step, once again, just making sure that everything looks nice, and girl, your skin looks popping. Okay, so we're moving over to concealer, and I'm using the Kosas Revealer Super Creamy Concealer. This is a new purchase, and I really have been enjoying this. The smell is a little interesting, but honestly, it works really well for me, so I tend to overlook it, but be warned, it does have a very interesting scent. So I'm just going to be placing my concealer where I want some brightening, which is, you know, typical places under the eye, around the mouth, down the bridge of the nose, and as well in the center in between the brows, just to bring some light into that area and to make sure that because we have that green on the lid, we want the under eyes to have some good coverage. We don't want to look like we have major bags underneath our eyes. Just gonna take our time with our brush to just blend that out, pressing in where we want more coverage and then swiping where we're okay with that coverage being dispersed. So as I did with my foundation, I'm just gonna take a sponge and make sure that that is blended out as well. Moving into liquid bronzer, we're going to be using the Sheglam liquid contours, and these are so good, and they're literally only $5, which is insane, but they blend out so nicely, and I love this color. This is the color Warm Honey. It's one of my top favorite liquid products. It literally blends out like a dream, literally like a dream, and it's so easy to work with, and I think these are super simple and easy products to be able to use when you're afraid of using liquid contour or bronzers because you think that it'll be too pigmented. You can build this up, you can sheer it out, and it is so affordable. So I would highly recommend getting your hands on them. They literally just give you the most beautiful wash of color onto the face where it looks like a healthy glow, and I am here for that. So now that we have all of the liquids down, we're gonna go right on in with our powder. My Wet n Wild is my tried and true photofocus powder. This is literally filter in a powder form. It's kind of insane, honestly, and it has been the best powder discovery that I've made. And like I've said in previous videos, I will happily get rid of all my other setting powders if I can only just have this one. I really love it. I think it works so well. It lasts well throughout the day, and you can also use this to touch up later on in the day if you get oily. It works well for that as well, so I would highly recommend getting your hands on this product. For blush, we're going to be using the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted blush. Now this one I don't think they sell anymore in store, but you can purchase them on Amazon. They have this collection. I believe this was a collection that L'Oreal did limited edition, so that's why they no longer have them like in store, but such a beautiful color. It's a mix of like, say like a satin luminous blush, which I think is so beautiful. It kind of just gives that like healthy glow, which I tend to enjoy in blushes. I do love my matte blushes, but from time to time I love to be able to just dabble in to those blushes. Next up we have highlighter, and I'm going to be using the Clinique Cheek Pop highlighter. This actually came in a bundle, a holiday bundle that Clinique has where they have their best-selling items. So the whole bundle actually came out to $35, so I would highly recommend it. I think honestly just the blush and the highlighter are worth the combo, and it brings a lipstick, it brings an eyeliner, it brings quite a few other products. So definitely check it out if you've wanted to test out some Clinique products. Now going into my brows, this is pretty much my routine. It's usually a brow gel and some sort of brow pencil. So I'm going in with the NYX Thick Brow Gel, which is literally top tier, holy grail product for me. It does wonders to my brow because it has those fibers, so it helps to thicken. And then I like to go in with a pencil or a marker pen so that I can create those sparse hair-like strokes to just be able to fill in these sparse areas that I tend to have and just, you know, make them look a little fuller since my brows are not as full as I would like them to be. But hey, here we are. Thank goodness for makeup. Thank goodness for brow products. As always, making sure to blend that out with a spoolie to ensure that there's no harshness or anything like that. One of my favorite steps to be able to do. Now we're gonna hop back on into the palette and we're going to take that same green that we used earlier and we're just gonna run it down on the lower lash line to just combine the colors. Now I do wanna be able to just sort of create a gradient, so I'm gonna go to a lighter green and put that in the inner lower corner of the bottom waterline just to be able to get some sort of dimension. Now we're gonna be going into the KVD Alchemist palette. Oh, this one is so old and I love it so much because it has great colors to be able to place into the inner corner. I do just want to brighten it a bit more, so I'm going back into the palette and just adding that beautiful pastel teal in the middle. So now that eyes are done, we're going into mascara using my favorite mascara, which is the Lancome Monsieur one. The volume is actually quite intense. And then to just finish off this look, we're gonna go into the Colourpop So Glossy lip gloss to just add a wash of color. I'm not using any lip liner or anything like that. I just want a wash of color, nothing too defined, something nice, glossy, juicy, and wet. And so this is going to be the final look. I absolutely loved how it turned out. We are here for the Grinch glittery sparkly eye, just fixing some areas that might need a little bit of blending to ensure that everything looks nice and smooth. And this is the completed look. Alrighty guys, well that concludes day 2. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure that you come back tomorrow for another video. I hope you have an amazing day or night wherever you are, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Bye!